Good morning. Welcome to Gimpy's History Corner. I'm called Gimpy by my two sons. Here we are at a local diner several years ago, around Christmas time. Andy and Scott, two fine young men. Okay, this is video number 117 on capitalism and data on college degrees. Most college degrees in America are for people who live in the Northeast and the west part of the country. And the least college degrees are in the South and parts of the Midwest. Regional patterns: urban states and cities tend to have higher education due to access to colleges and job markets requiring degrees. Remember, the Ivy League is all in the Northeast. Economic correlation: states with higher degree rates often have higher median incomes and lower unemployment. So the better education you have in an area, the better the employment. Your income will be higher as well. Policy impact: states investing in education and workplace development show stronger attainment growth over time. So the more you pay attention to education and workplace development, the better off your state will be. What are the best areas for to get a degree and get long-term earnings? Petroleum engineer, computer engineer, electrical engineering, computer sciences, pharmacy, finance, economics, nursing, construction management, and business administration. What are the degrees with lowest long-term return on investment? Childhood education, fine arts, and social work are the bottom three. STEM and healthcare degrees dominate long-term earnings. My grandsons take what they call STEAM classes in elementary school. STEAM, they've added an A to the STEM idea, technology and math. Business and finance offer strong return on investment with broader career flexibility. Advanced degrees can boost earnings but bring higher upfront costs and more debt. That's true. Vocational alternatives like CDL training for truck drivers or union trades can rival or sometimes even exceed college paths. So college isn't the only way. You can get a CDL or go and get a union trade certificate and do well. What are high-paying jobs facing shortages right now? Nurse practitioners, because of an aging population. Physician's assistant, more outpatient care. Information security with cyber attacks. Data scientist with AI. Medical services manager, very complex hospital systems. Actuaries for insurance companies, risk management. Wind and solar technology. And physical therapists because of the old people needing rehab. So, how do you avoid massive debt going to a college degree? Well, here's some tips. You start out at community college. That's what I did. I went to a branch campus for 1 year and lived at home. Go to an in-state university, not out of state. Make sure you fill out your FAFSA form so you might qualify for some government money. Work part-time while you're going to school or get work-study. I got work-study money when I was in college. I worked during the school year and I worked over the summers in work-study programs. Over the summers I worked at city parks, and during school year I worked at local public schools near the university. You can live at home. commute, saves on your dormitory fees, graduate on time, that's a good one, earn college credit in high school. Wow, and at least in Ohio, you can get college credit by taking difficult courses in high school. I know my sister's kids did that. Boy, they graduated almost with a bachelor's degree from high school. The last couple of years of high school, they didn't actually even go to the high school. They went on to college while they were in high school and got college credit. It's a great deal, great idea. I forget what it's called. My mind is getting weaker as we go along, but in Ohio, at least, you can get college credit while you're in high school for free. You don't have to pay for it. Good deal. All right. Pick a high return on investment degree. In other words, if you're going to get a college degree, get one that pays well when you're done. That way you can pay off your debt quicker. Choose federal loans. They have the best interest rate. And you may want to consider going in the military first and qualify for the GI Bill. I checked, only 50% of people in the military use the GI Bill. What? I thought it'd be higher than that. Crazy. The college isn't for everybody. Maybe some military guys just go straight into some other kind of business and they don't want to go to college. I told you previously that a lot of them go into police work, and that costs some money to go to the academy, so you could use your GI Bill for that. So, I don't know. I believe in college. I think it's a great idea. I went to a branch campus for a year and stayed at home, then went to the big campus for 3 years. Saved some money for my parents. But my two sons both went to a private university and lived on campus for 4 years. One got a degree in education, now he's a teacher. The other got a degree in religion. Went on to get a graduate degree at Duke University. Now he's an editor and a writer. So parents have a decision to make. Do you try to pay for all your kids' education? Do you tell them, well, you pay half and I'll pay half? I've known people who did that. Or you say, I'll pay for room and board or something, or I'll pay tuition and you pay for everything else. I don't know. As a parent, you got to make those decisions. We paid for both our sons' education, borrowed the money from the federal government and paid it back. Now it's all paid for. Now my son went to graduate school at Duke. He paid for that himself, and he's still paying for that. And like I said, President Biden had a program where the government paid off student loans, but I don't think my Duke son got his paid for. So I don't know how that works. Maybe I'll check that out and do a video on how Biden's student loan program. Well, I think I saw somewhere where President Trump agreed to pay off some student loans. Well, I'm not sure that's true. Republicans aren't big on college, especially Ivy League. Okay, next video will be on the percentage of Americans working as the government workers. Are we totally a capitalist economy, or do we have some government socialist type characteristics? We'll see. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.